With the World Cup less than 2 weeks away, Houston leaders say security plans are ready to go. And let's take a look at weather.
And I'm meteorologist Allison Gottlieb. No chance for severe weather today in Houston, but we do have a chance for thunderstorms. Talk all about that coming up soon.
Plus, Houston City Council set to vote today on Mayor John Whitmire's big budget plan. We'll have it for you. Htown Morning News at 9 o'clock on this Wednesday is ready to start right now. Good morning and welcome, everyone. It is 9 o'clock on the dot here, and we are CW39's Htown Morning News. I'm Sharon Melton. Let's go ahead and get started. We've got weather to talk about, and what's going on outside is still a little hot. Let's get more from Allison Gottlieb, our meteorologist, with a look at that and more. Allison?
Sharon, it is going to be a rainy morning, especially along the coast. There's some scattered showers there. However, as we get into the afternoon, we'll start seeing them closer to Houston. Then after that, they start moving north of Houston and north of I-10. So it's kind of south to north as we have this Gulf moisture pushing in. So I have this timeline, just like I said, as we go to the morning. The coast showers are still out there. Then closer to I-10 as we get to the afternoon. Still in the afternoon, we'll have some north and south at that point, but really focusing on north of I-10 getting into the afternoon and evening. Now, we don't have any chance for severe weather, like I showed you this graphic just a few minutes ago. The severe weather chance is really north of Texas and then all the way over towards the west, including El Paso. So for Houston, Dallas, and really everywhere in that light green, just a chance for a thunderstorm. Same thing happens all around for tomorrow. So no chance for severe weather, but those thunderstorm chances are very high. As we go throughout this week, we have a chance every day to see some rain. Nothing looks like it's going to be a total washout, but thunderstorms are very likely. Also, temperatures feeling a little bit more mild as we go throughout the middle of the week, but they really increase as we get to the end of the 7-day forecast. 90s will be back very soon. We'll take a look at that coming up in the next forecast.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Let's turn to our roadways real quick. Still following now 2 accidents this morning. As you're looking at the traffic map, I'm giving you an update on what's in that center, but down to the right, which is where the Gulf Freeway headed northbound intersects with the 610 South Loop, but on east side. And this is was a 2-car accident, but part of it was a lost load. So they were still trying to clean all of that up, but it's in the right shoulder, so it's not too bad. Also in the right shoulder on the East Sam Houston Tollway southbound at Pasadena Boulevard, a heavy truck accident involving 1 vehicle. That's all that we're dealing with, at least in that area. Downtown is still backed up because of construction, which will go on for years, as we know. And that 610 West Loop headed towards I-10 coming from 290 is also a little bit backed up towards the Galleria area. Well, Houston police said a standoff, a story we've been following since yesterday involving SWAT in Southeast Houston, did officially end with an apparent suicide. Officials say a U.S. Marshals task force was serving a warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police say that's when the suspect barricaded himself inside of the apartment and SWAT was called to the scene. Officers say after SWAT force entry, they found the man dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. A police officer who was once recognized for stopping drunk drivers has now been given a DWI. The city of Oak Ridge North says Zachary Castano was fired after he was arrested for driving under the influence. Officials say a co-worker reported him having and smelling alcohol on him, and DPS says that report led to an investigation and eventually his arrest. A Houston area man is accused of selling fake disabled parking placards online in a scheme investigators say targeted a program meant to help people with real disabilities. Harris County Constable Precinct 1 says 28-year-old David Brown was arrested and charged with tampering with a government record. Investigators say he advertised disabled parking placards on social media, altered them with personal information to make them appear legit, and then sold them for $150 each. Authorities are working to determine where the placards came from and who purchased them. Well, more than 30 HISD campuses will no longer automatically offer free breakfast and lunch to students next school year. The district says the change comes as fewer schools qualify for the federal community eligibility provision, a program that provides free meals to campuses with high enrollment of low-income students. Only 7 schools participated in the program this past year, and dozens of campuses will now be removed from that list. The change affects a mix of elementary, middle, and high schools across the district. HISD has not said how many students could be impacted by this shift. Well, if you were driving around yesterday, you probably saw this. Severe storms moving through the Houston area. It started yesterday afternoon and continued through the night, bringing heavy rain like this, frequent lightning, and some pretty strong wind gusts. This video shows conditions near the 610 loop where you can see how hard the rain was actually coming down, but they weren't alone. We've got more video, this time from the same system, triggered several weather alerts across the Houston region. This contributed to thousands of power outages Tuesday night. At the height of the storm, at one point, there were 22,000 CenterPoint customers who lost power. At one point, there was 82,000 in another. And thunderstorms warnings issued across the region. Crews were working through the night to restore services while forecasters continue to track more storms moving across southeast Texas. CenterPoint Energy was busy and says the lights have been coming back for almost everyone who lost power during Tuesday's severe storms. Crews have restored power to about 82,000 customers. Now fewer than 4,000 are still waiting to get back online as of Tuesday night. The utility company says workers have been working all day and night dealing with the strong winds, hail, heavy rain, and nearly 10,000 lightning strikes that swept across the Houston area. Well, as we're going to try to refresh that CenterPoint Energy map, if you can go ahead and push that refresh button, we have a look. I think we're going to look at CenterPoint power outages. And looks like, nope, not yet. The last one said 82. And as of right now, we're still seeing it's going down, which is good. So let's go ahead and head on over to weather real quick. Okay, it's still the same one we had before, about 82 outages, as I mentioned. And it looks about 1,000 or so people are still trying to get that power back. But hey, this is much better than it was before. So let's get a look at weather with Allison.
We did get 1/10 of an inch for the rainfall, and that's 1/10 of an inch just overall for June. Now, we're going to add to that total as we go throughout the rest of this week because we have chances for rain each and every day. By Friday, we could be looking at up to 1.5 inches of rainfall, so additional rain that we can add to that total. But for now, let's talk about today because as we go throughout the afternoon, that's when we'll start to see some rain in the Houston area. 78 by 10 a.m., so in the next hour or so. And then we're dropping down to the low 80s and then the 70s again as we go into this evening. I keep saying it's not as hot because yesterday and the day before, those triple-digit feels like temperatures were definitely out there, and the temperatures were actually closer to hitting 90, where today we're only looking at the upper 80s, which is nice. And over to the coast, they're going to be around 81 degrees. So it is going to feel a little bit nicer out there, but it's not going to look as nice. Saltwater recon, we have a lot of cloud cover still out there. This is a look over Galveston. It's looking at the south view. And as you can see, most of that moisture is still staying along the coast. That's how it's going to stay over the next several hours. Even up to 11:30 noon, we're still seeing that moisture along the coast. Not too much inland. However, it will start to push inland as we get later on. This is a look closer to Galveston. Pretty dry out there, except we did have some thunderstorms just out in the Gulf in the last several hours. As for Houston, completely dry, but you do see that cloud cover as you step out the door. Now, as we get into the afternoon, like I mentioned, this starts to move a little bit more north. So we will start to get some heavier downpours possible, and also those scattered showers around Houston closer to around 3, 4, 5 o'clock. After that, we're really focusing north of I-10. That most of that moisture is going to push up. We could have some thunderstorms. Nothing looks severe as of now. And also our temperatures, I keep mentioning, not as hot. So average temperatures right around this time, 91. By next week, we'll be talking about them going up to 92 degrees, but we're still slightly below average for now. We do get around average for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then even some more days next week after Wednesday still look to be around or maybe even slightly above normal, which means the low 90s. A look at the full 7 day to put everything together. Chances for showers for the Houston area. I would say get your umbrella ready around the afternoon and the early evening. Then tomorrow, I would say we could have some more along the coast, just like today and just like yesterday for the morning hours. However, the afternoon, some scattered showers popping up. 80s for the most part up until the weekend. You can see the weekend, we get to around 89, flirting with the 90s. Again, this is a little far out, so things could shift a little bit more where we could see the 90s by Sunday. But it does look as of right now, the next 90-degree day is going to be on Tuesday. Chances for showers continue through the first part of the next work week. And another thing to note, as you wake up each morning, now tomorrow it's not going to be too warm, 73, but look at 77 as you're waking up Sunday, Monday, and even going all the way up until Wednesday morning.
All right, thank you, Allison. Well, Houston is getting one step closer to the World Cup. We've got new photos for you. Give fans a first look at the real grass that is now growing inside of Houston Stadium ahead of the FIFA World Cup 2026. This pink glow lighting up the venue that you just saw comes from some special grow lights. They're designed to keep the field healthy and match ready for the tournament that kicks off next week. The city of Houston says it's ready for everything when it comes to the biggest sporting event, with public safety remaining its top priority. City leaders say World Cup security planning has been underway for more than 2 years, with coordinated efforts across multiple agencies. Officials say there are no known major threats, and public safety staffing will be fully in place throughout the entire tournament. At Houston Stadium, fans will see enhanced screening and security checkpoints ahead of each match.
There will be an enhanced secure perimeter around NRG Park, in addition to the existing perimeter fence at the park, which is extensive and has actually been renovated over the last year. FIFA will deploy a 8-foot tall anti-climb concrete reinforced fence around the property and essentially control different pedestrian screening locations, so safety and security check, right? Metal detectors, bag checks at a pushed out perimeter around the event.
Officials say FIFA's full lockdown of Houston Stadium begins tomorrow, June 4th, and from that point through Houston's final match on July 4th, all screening locations and access protocols around the venue will be fully activated. Well, coming up next, escalation in the Persian Gulf. U.S. military strikes back after rocket and drone attacks. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio faces some tough questions on Capitol Hill. Stay with us. Well, now to this. The U.S. military says Iran launched multiple rocket and drone attacks throughout the Persian Gulf, and the U.S. strike in Iranian island as well. And all of this happening as U.S. Central Command says the strikes are in response to Iranian missiles fired at Kuwait. Before news of those strikes, though, Secretary of State Marco Rubio faced lawmakers for the first time since the start of this war with Iran. Democrats have been questioning the cost of the conflict and the president's authority to launch those strikes.
It was highly successful in achieving its military objectives.
Democrats challenged Rubio, though, on whether President Trump should have sought congressional approval first before ordering military action. They also asked about the impact the war is having on Americans at the gas pump. Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz had something to say and says the war has left Iran in a weaker position.
Iran is weaker, poorer, and more isolated than it's been in decades.
As far as U.S. negotiations with Iran, Rubio says there have been some encouraging signs. He says Iran is showing a greater willingness to discuss restrictions on its nuclear program, but he was careful not to oversell that progress. The Trump administration is backing away from plans to create a $1.776 billion fund. Both Republicans and Democrats argued it would give money to the president's allies and even some convicted January 6th rioters. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche confirmed the about face while testifying before the House.
The reasons for the fund, I think, it remain as important as they were before, but we are not moving forward with the fund.
The fund would have compensated people who a panel deemed were unfairly targeted or harmed by the government. Official sources are now saying the crowded race for California's governor is too early to call this morning. There are 3 main candidates: Republican Steve Htown, Democrats Xavier Becerra and Tom Steyer, and are competing for the top spots, 2 of them for the November election. Htown currently has a 27%, while Becerra has 26%, Steyers has 20%. In California, all candidates run on the same primary ballot, regardless of what party they represent. Current Governor Gavin Newsom is term limited and is likely contender for the 2028 Democratic presidential nomination. Now let's take a look at what's going on in your weather a little closer to home.
Yes. Well, we are going to talk about the tropics and then how warm it's going to get today and the chances for rain. So there's no development over the next 7 days as we're talking about the Atlantic because we have Saharan dust still out there impacting the area. So I'm going to show you a little explanation of why the Saharan dust really limits. So when we have tropical ingredients that we want for tropical cyclones to develop, we need some moisture. We also need the water temperatures to be pretty warm. storm. When the dust comes around, that's when we see that it's not going to warm up the ocean too much. And also with that dust, we're getting dry air and not the moisture that is needed. So here's a look at the Saharan dust. You can see it's coming off the west coast of Africa out into the Atlantic. So really limiting any development that could happen. However, when we're talking about the Pacific, things are a little different. So there's two things we need to talk about, two areas of interest. There's a low area and a medium area. So the medium area is 50% chance, the low is 20. These are both to develop in the next 7 days. So 50% chance to develop in the next 7 days and then 20% chance in the next week. Now, I also want to talk about the one we've been talking about just the last 2 days. That was really high. There was a 90% chance for it to develop in the next 7 days. Just yesterday it was up to 80% for the next 2 days, but it's already developed into a tropical depression. Very likely that it's going to go up to a tropical storm as we go into this afternoon. So that's what they're watching out for as of right now out in the Pacific. Now, you could see that it kind of curves around right now. It is moving northwesterly at 6 miles per hour, so it is moving pretty slow. But as of right now, we just have the chance to develop later on to a tropical storm. Now, for us in Houston, we are just focusing on the chances for rain and how hot it's going to get. So not too hot, 86 for Houston, 81 in Galveston. And the showers today likely to be around the coast for the morning towards the afternoon, closer to I-10 by the afternoon and in Houston. And then the evening hours, we're looking north of I-10. Now, I won't say there's not going to be any showers south of I-10, but most of that moisture and what we're focusing on is going to be north of I-10. Then the 5-day rain outlook, you could see the chances for rain stick around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So by Friday, we're looking at rainfall totals that can go all the way up to 1.5 inches. Right now, we have 1/10 of an inch that fell yesterday, and that's the total for this month. So we're just slightly below average, but I think that total is going to pick up as we especially go throughout these next 5 days. After that, we are going to continue to see that the chances for rain kind of stick around throughout the 7-day forecast. And then even after that, we have the temperatures that are really warming up as well. Let's go back to hurricane season because I did want to talk about that since we started off with it. Named storms, hurricanes, major hurricanes all look to be below average for those forecasts from both Colorado State University and NOAA because of that El Nino that is likely to develop. And it's pretty strong for the El Nino. And what happens is we're not going to see a lot of development when it comes to that. However, officials do say if we do get a hurricane or a storm, it just takes one. So that's why you do need to prepare now. Go to CW39.com. We have a whole hurricane list. You could find out where your evacuation zone is, what you need to prep, and how you could prep if you're in a home versus an apartment. Lots of information there. A quick look at that full 7-day forecast. Again, we're warming up this week. We get back closer to the 90s by Sunday, Monday, and definitely Tuesday, and chances for rain all week long.
All right, still to come, the wait is over. Taylor Swift confirms she's releasing an original song for Toy Story 5. We'll break it down after the break. All right, now it's 9:24. The wait is over. Taylor Swift confirms she's releasing an original song for Toy Story 5. The hints that Swift was taking part in Toy Story 5 began in April with billboards popping up around the country with the letters TS surrounded by clouds. Monday, she revealed the track titled I Knew It, I Knew You. It's the first new music she's released since her album last year, The Life of a Showgirl. The song is touted as a return to country music for the pop superstar and ties in with the movie's cowgirl character, Jessie. The single is out this Friday. The movie hits theaters June 19th. Now, let's check in with our own Maggie Fleckno, our own cowgirl in residence. We love her. Host of Htown Live to see what she has in store for us today.
Well, good morning, Sharon. So I have a question for you. Do you spend a lot of time in your backyard?
Only when there's not mosquitoes.
That's a good point. Fair, fair. Well, here's the thing. I know that we spend a lot of time in our backyard, but here's the thing. We're also spending more money than ever on our backyards here in the U.S., but are we designing them to actually be used year-round? Actually, a new survey found 92% of homeowners say spending time outdoors is important to their well-being. So in today's Your Home segment, we're getting expert tips to make the most of your outdoor space in every season. That's coming up shortly at 10 a.m.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost me?
Hey, listen, we have smart spending. I did your birthday freebies. Work with me, girlfriend.
You did. You got
I'm
me
trying.
covered.
There's only so much of me to go around.
Girl, you
Mama's
always
trying.
do.
I got you. I got you.
No, I appreciate
Just come to my backyard.
All right, and play with me. Can I play with
Oh my gosh, we have like a playground in our backyard we built. Yeah.
I love it. Thanks so much, Maggie.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
for 10 o'clock. And coming up next, a Theater Southwest is looking for some local talent like you. We'll tell you about auditions for its 29th annual Festival of Originals and how you can get involved. Also, NBA Finals tip-off tonight. Texas fans are going to be watching the big man on the Spurs take on the Knicks in Game 1. We'll have a preview. And you can't leave out, of course, World Cup. We are ready, including city leaders finalizing security plans ahead of the global event. Stay with us. CW39's Htown Morning News is busy, busy, busy. We're here for you, and we've got you covered. Don't go anywhere. Well, hi there, everyone. It is almost 9:30. It is Wednesday, and you're with CW39's Htown Morning News. Thank you so much for turning on that TV and tuning into us. I'm Sharon Melton. We've got weather to talk about before you head out the door, so let's talk about it right now with meteorologist Allison Gottlieb. Allison, how's it looking so far?
Sharon, it's not too bad. It's warming up pretty quick. We have the showers along the coast, but I did want to ask you, how are your allergies?
Yesterday, it was rough until I took some allergy meds.
Okay, well,
I'm still taking them.
The last couple of days, it has been about medium for weeds, trees, and mold. However, right now, it's just medium for mold, and weed and grass has gone down. Tree is really not an issue at all. But I do want to talk about, over the next couple of days, we still have rain chances, and I think that the mold is going to at least stay at a medium, if not go to heavy levels. So that's just something to keep in mind as these next couple of days go on, because we have those rain chances. Also, so far, we've only gotten about 1/10 of an inch. We're only on the 3rd day of June. So just yesterday, we got 1/10 of an inch at Bush Airport. We're going to see that we'll add some more to this total by the end of the week, by Friday, looking like we could see about 1.5 inches. And then even after that, the weekend looks to have some rain as well, and even the start of the next work week. So the rain is going to continue. We'll talk about the timing of that coming up soon, but also those temperatures are staying pretty mild, not as hot for right now, but they also spike at the end of the 7-day forecast. So we'll take a look at that coming up soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, let's take a look at our traffic. I think we're going to do that real quick, and things are going okay. Now, what you're seeing on your maps right now, right smack dab in the middle, is construction that's happening near downtown. We've been talking about that for a while. It's going to be like that for a number of years, in fact, because of the big construction project for the I-45 expansion. Now, the 610 South Loop, as you are headed east, also near the Gulf Freeway, still dealing with a little bit of a lost load in the right shoulder involving 2 vehicles. On Beltway 8, we got some slowdown due to some construction as well. So we're keeping an eye out. We got a couple of stalled vehicles. We've had at one point like 15. It got down to 8, went up a little bit more, but they're usually off to the shoulder on your expressway. But the rest of our roads, even on I-10 headed westbound right by the 290 and the 610 West Loop, a little bit of a slowdown, but things are moving pretty well so far. Now, you basketball fans, this is the night for you. NBA Finals tip-off tonight, and Texas basketball fans, you got plenty to watch. The San Antonio Spurs are hosting the New York Knicks in Game 1 at Frostbank Center in San Antonio. The big man with the Spurs, that is Victor Wembanyama, everyone. He leads a young Spurs team that is on fire, looking to bring another championship to San Antonio. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, they're chasing their franchise's first title in more than 50 years. Wembanyama actually is averaging more than 23 points and nearly 12 rebounds per game this postseason. Tip-off tonight in San Antonio at 7:30 p.m., so you still have time to go watch if you can afford the tickets. Meanwhile, the city of Houston says it's ready for this. The world's biggest sporting event, with public safety remaining its top priority. Yep, FIFA World Cup time, everybody. City leaders say World Cup security planning has been underway for more than 2 years, with coordinated efforts all across multiple agencies. At Houston Stadium, fans will see expanded screening zones, layered checkpoints, and a reinforced security perimeter once FIFA's full stadium lockdown begins tomorrow, June 4th. Mayor John Whitmire says the preparations have been extensive, and Houston is fully prepared for this huge global stage.
But the collaboration is outstanding, and I can assure Houstonians that their safety is our highest priorities, but we have a responsibility to our guests that visit our city. I think, talking to FIFA, most of the tickets have been purchased by domestic U.S. citizens from across our great country that'll be traveling here.
Officials say all departments are fully staffed and prepared for surge operations. That includes traffic control, crowd management, and even emergency response if necessary. For more details on everything you need to know, from parking, tickets, transportation, fan festival information, and more, just visit our website, cw39.com, and scroll down for everything you need to know under the tab that says Summer of Soccer. There's a big line with everything right there on our website. Now let's go a little bit more in depth on the Texas venues who are hosting World Cup matches. The stadium's getting rebranded, like right here in Houston. That's why Houston's Reliance Stadium, which is now being called, is referred to as Houston Stadium for this event. On Tuesday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, home of the Cowboys in Dallas, workers were covering up the AT&T on the stadium's facade. Now, the stadium sponsors hosting the games are not FIFA sponsors, which are guaranteed exclusive rights during the tournament. That's why they have to cover up these names, at least for now. The FIFA World Cup kicks off next Thursday. Ahead of the games, FIFA's officially opened an international broadcast center right in the heart of Dallas. This facility will serve as the official broadcast and technology hub for 2026 FIFA World Cup. FIFA officials say the center is critical to the tournament's operations.
This is truly the nerve center of the World Cup, right? Without this facility here, nothing goes out to the world. It is an event solely limited to the stadium.
The facility will also house FIFA's football technology operations. That includes reviews, stadium screen management, and quality control for all graphics and replays. People at the unveiling also got a look at what's known as Spot. That's the robotic dog that FIFA officials say will help keep the facility secure throughout the entire tournament. And the final World Cup rosters are officially locked in, and FIFA says this tournament will be the biggest in its history. A total of 1,248 players from 48 countries have been selected for the 2026 World Cup. FIFA reports nearly 900 players will be making their first World Cup appearance, but they're going to be with massive stars like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, and Mexico goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa. They are preparing for a record 6th tournament. Yep, they're what we call the OGs in this one. 4 countries, including Curacao and Uzbekistan, which are playing here in Houston, will make their World Cup debut. Houston fans, you get a chance to see the international talent firsthand with 7 matches played right here at home at the official Houston Stadium. And restaurants are getting involved too. McDonald's is bringing World Cup fever to its menu starting tomorrow, June 4th. Fans can score limited edition World Cup meals with collectible cups on June 9th. Now, the Happy Meals arrive in the collectible, what they call squashmallows, inspired by the tournament. And you know something? It's going to be a fun way for all the fans of all ages to really celebrate this huge, colossal, worldwide extravaganza and event. That's what I call it. This is major, more than major. This is extravagant. It's going to be so much fun. Now, let's talk about the weather, because people are going to be heading outdoors. Not for any of the venues just yet, but they still need to know what the weather's going to be like. Allison, what you got?
Yeah, well, we're going to start off talking about the World Cup, because I did take some time to look up the average temperatures for places like Curacao and even over towards Germany. They are a little bit cooler. As for normal June temperatures for the second week, we'll be at 92, 89 there, and then 72. So Germany is a little bit cooler at this time of year than Houston, so they definitely do have to adjust. And as for temperatures for the end of June and the start of July, it's going to be between 92 to 93. So definitely some places are going to feel pretty similar from where their country is, and others like Sweden, which is far north, is going to have to adjust to the Houston heat and the humidity. Now, as we're talking about the heat, we're still below average over the next several days. It's still warm out there, just not as hot. Feels like temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer. They're going to be in the 90s by this point this afternoon, even though our real temperature is going to be around 86 degrees. As for when we get closer to around average. That's at the end of the 7-day forecast. So by Tuesday, even Wednesday, those 90s are back in our area. Now, we also have to talk about the rain. Right now, we're still dealing with those really light rain showers, even some moderate rain at times along the coast. A lot of that moisture is still out in the Gulf as well, so this tropical moisture is going to push in as we go throughout the day. We have chances for showers in Houston later on, and then even north of Houston after that. Now, right now, you could see just over towards Galveston, a few of those showers still out in the Gulf, not really impacting Galveston too much, but there could be a few sprinkles as we go throughout the next couple of hours. Houston, completely dry. There were a few light rain showers south, closer to the Beltway, but now we're just staying dry. There is a marginal risk when it comes to excessive rainfall and flooding for the day today. As for tomorrow, we're not talking about that at all because it shifts all the way over to the west, and then you can see it comes right back as we go into Friday. Now, by Friday, our rainfall totals could get as high as 1.5 inches, but this looks like we are going to just stay under 1 inch for this European model for future rainfall totals, so it could be closer to 3/4 of an inch, I should say, over in Houston. Let's talk about today. We have those chances for showers still at the coast for the next few hours. We get to 2, 3, even 4 o'clock, some showers closer to Houston, and then they become more scattered and head up north as we get to 8 and 9. Even 10 o'clock, we're starting to dry out. Look at the full 7-day forecast. Warming up as the week goes on. We're back to the 90s by the end of the weekend and the start of the work week. Temperatures in the morning are also going to be warm, so just make sure you know that as you're waking up on Saturday, Sunday, even Monday, it's going to be closer to 80 degrees at that point. And those chances for showers, they stick around from today all the way until next Tuesday.
All right, thank you so much. Well, still to come, Theater Southwest looking for local talent like you. We're going to tell you about auditions for its 29th annual Festival of Originals and how you can get involved after the break. If you like to move, if you like to act, if you like to be on a stage, this is for you. Theater Southwest is preparing for, get this, its 29th annual Festival of Originals, featuring 5 new plays selected from submissions all across the country. And auditions are happening soon. And we want you to be prepared to know exactly what you need to do and not do before you take a stage, everybody. So joining us now live in studio is actress and writer Amanda Ashley Grant, along with Helen Warwick, who is also an actress board member with Theater Southwest. And both of them are currently, I got to brag about them, in the current play that is playing right now. So that's awesome. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, it's the theater, darling. We have to talk. Yes. So tell us a little bit more about Theater Southwest. A lot of people may not realize how important this theater is, but how important these originals are. So go ahead.
Yes.
Tell us more, Helen.
Theater Southwest has been in Houston for almost 70 years.
Yes.
So we are one of the longest standing small theaters in town. We've had many locations. Our new location where we moved this time last year is right across the street from Channel 39. We do interesting theater in a very high quality way at a lower price than you would pay going to the alley. All of our actors are volunteers. Many of them are very well known in the Houston area, and we're very excited about opening our Festival of Originals.
Well, I love also is everyone who is involved is actively involved behind the scenes as well as in the theater and performance as well. And you do that too.
Yes, for this play that we're currently doing,
Which is?
Sense and Sensibility.
Yes.
Written by Kate Hamill, adapted from Jane Austen's novel. And I'm running backstage crew, and I also have a little cameo of Miss Gray, if there are any J-Knights out there.
Yes.
And Helen is also on cast. She's playing Margaret.
I am.
So what do you love about being part of this theater? Not only the experience, but hands-on, right in the midst of it, and feeling it and living it and breathing it every second when you're part of this.
Well, for me, I know that Theater Southwest definitely stands out among the theaters because I feel like they put the community and community theater. And I love that. I love feeling a part of a regular group of people.
Well, because everyone's so passionate about it.
Yes.
Indeed.
You get that feeling every time you either go to a performance or you hear about it. And tell them a little bit more. We have 5 particular originals, that's why it's originals is in the name, that are going to be performed. So how were they selected? Because there were a lot of entries for this, I know that.
There were hundreds. So first of all, this is the 29th year we've done this.
Yes.
And we solicit scripts from around the world. We get well over 600 or 700 submissions.
Oh my goodness.
Our artistic director, Mimi Holloway, reads every single one of them.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
out of that large number, she chooses 5 that she considers to be the best. And so this year, we have 2 of the selected works are from playwrights in Houston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one is
Shout out to Htown.
right, and then so there are 5 total. 2 are from Houston, 1 is from New York, 1 is from Kentucky, and 1 is from Pennsylvania.
That's wonderful. So you're doing the one that you just talked about right now, and you have 4 more that you had mentioned as well.
Right.
But people can still audition for those other 4, am I correct? Or just
Right,
3?
so the Festival of Originals is those 5 plays, and so this coming weekend on Sunday and Monday night at 7 o'clock, we'll have auditions for all 5 of those shows.
Oh, wow.
Each of them is only 20 minutes long.
Okay.
And so how the Festival of Originals performs is we have 5 20-minute plays with 5 directors and 5 different casts. It is hilarious and dramatic and a lot of fun for both audiences and actors.
And one word you forgot, chaotic.
Chaotic. And chaotic, exactly.
In a happy way.
In a
Because
happy
if you love
way.
the theater and you love constant movement, things changing.
Exactly.
And originals like these are, it makes it even more exciting too. So this is the particulars people need to know, because I'm still going to talk to you about some more things, but I want people, they're looking at the screen, this is the information. So Sunday and Monday are the auditions?
Correct.
Okay, and I'm looking at the screen, it says you're looking for actors ages 18 and up, any race, ethnicity. You can go to 3939 Hillcross Street, just across the street from the station, Suite 160, and then performance dates will be later on in the summer because you've got to rehearse.
Correct.
Right?
That's correct.
All right, so tell me, how would you encourage people to do this? Do you have to have acting chops? Do you have to be a novice? Can you be any phase in the form of acting to be?
You can be any phase in your acting experience.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in fact, I think doing the FOO is a great opportunity for people who don't have a whole lot of experience or maybe had experience but want to dip their toe back in the water. It's a very low risk, high reward kind of experience, I would say.
I love that. And there's another reason why we moved in our normal table here is because there's also some traditions that all actors do. You have your own little things that you have to do in order to prepare. And there's something you were doing when we started. So what do you do every time before you do a performance or speak before you go out on a stage?
There are 2 things I definitely do every time before I'm going to perform or audition, and one of them
Please
is
show
to
us.
stretch.
Stretching is always
So,
good.
All the stretching. This is my absolute favorite pose because it's very grounding.
It is.
And you can rest here.
So often behind the curtain, you often will see a lot of
yes.
actors, actresses doing all the stretching and movement because you got to loosen up.
Oh, yes.
Right? The body, you got to loosen
Yes.
up the mind.
It's your
Sometimes the
instrument.
do all that.
Yes, the
Which
face
is
too.
good.
And also to do some breathing and voice warm up. So take a deep breath and then just
Yes.
let it out.
Well, I do that sometime on the street too, so I'm just saying.
Yes.
But, you know, it's part of it. But, you know, I want to just ask both of you, because we have about a minute and a half left.
Okay.
Tell us why, personally, you do this and you love the theater to this day. Helen, go ahead and start.
There is nothing like it. I'm now currently retired, but I have had a corporate job for 30 plus years. And so this is the other half of me, right? Is leaving the corporate world, coming in the evening and, you know, playing a 10-year-old kid or playing a man or playing, you know, a dramatic role. It really fills my soul in ways that it's hard to explain.
I love that. And what about you?
I really love the art of storytelling. I find it to be a very healing experience, whether I'm in the audience or I'm acting. And with every show that I do, I grow so much, personally and professionally. Like, to be able to actually put yourself in someone else's shoes and experience their feelings without judgment, and to tap into that empathy and to be vulnerable, it is very healing, and I love that.
I love that. And I love the fact that no matter what's going on in your life, in your real life outside of theater, theater allows you to release everything,
Yes.
every piece of pressure, anxiety, and allows you to just experience something different out of the ordinary, but also lifts your spirit at the same time. Now, quick question though. Where is a website, a quick website for people to get information?
It's tswhouston.com.
Fantastic, ladies. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see all the new actors and actresses out there. Make sure you go up and audition. We'll have more coming up. Stay with us.
Okay, we have a last look at weather, so let's get off with the temperatures. Today, we're back to the 80s, 86 in Houston, 81 in Galveston, so it's not going to be as hot as it was. We were in the 90s yesterday, feeling like the triple digits the past couple of days, but we're going to feel like 91 for that afternoon. And then we have to talk about the chances for rain. So we will still see rain showers over towards the coast over the next couple of hours. We get them closer to Houston and inland as we get closer to around 2, 3, even 4 o'clock, but you start to see them more scattered as we go into the evening, but still up north of I-10 is where we could see most of that moisture after the afternoon hours. So evening hours north of I-10, and then they do become scattered as we go closer to 10 p.m. After that, we're drying out, getting ready for Thursday, because Thursday is another day with rain. It's about a 70% chance for Thursday, 50 as we go into Friday, and then the same thing repeats, 70% on Saturday and a 50% on Sunday. We also have to talk about what's happening in the tropics. So we're only a couple days into Atlantic hurricane season, but it is still quiet. We still have that Saharan dust out there. Then let's talk about the areas of interest over towards the Pacific. We have a 20% chance right south of Mexico to develop in the next 7 days, 50% chance in the orange, which is a medium area of interest. But we're also talking about this tropical depression that could become a tropical storm later on this afternoon. Right now, it is moving northwest about 6 miles per hour, so moving pretty slow. Look at the full 7-day forecast. We'll stay in those 80s these next several days, 85 Thursday, 86 Friday, and 86 on Saturday. But look at that. We're already flirting with the 90s again by Sunday and Monday. 91 very likely on Tuesday. Morning temperatures, they're going to warm up, waking up around 77 degrees as we get to Sunday morning. As for chances for rain, I keep saying each and every day, just have your umbrella in the car. Tomorrow, I think you're going to need it a little bit more than today, because today they're just pretty scattered throughout the area. Right now, you're going to need it if you're along the coast, because we have those really late rain showers. As we get into Monday and Tuesday, though, those rain chances will continue, and so will the thunderstorm chances.
Like I don't have to worry about washing my car anytime soon. So there you go. Now take a look at this, though. If you're headed to Galveston, this is the Pyramid Camp, courtesy of Moody Gardens. It is looking really, really nice, even though it is probably going to be warm, as Allison said. So keep that in mind. And a reminder, you can always get the latest from us by scanning the QR code we're about to show you. It's always at your fingertips. Yep, it's the way to get our CW39 app. Scan the QR code. You'll have breaking news right at your fingertips everywhere you go. And don't forget, we're back tomorrow, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. with more on CW39's Htown Morning News for you and beyond. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.